not an unbearable hot. You know what I mean?
Welcome back to Iron and Leather. I'm Clark.
I'm Preston.
Today, we just wanted to give you guys some advice on, like, maybe you're really into the Western wears
Yeah.
because the dressing of cowboy style, but you have to travel. So,
Yeah.
so Preston here travels a lot. I travel a little. We just wanted to talk about, like, how do you travel with your boots?
Yeah, it's traveling is one of those ones I find very unique. You know what I mean? Once you start having certain things that just don't fit in your normal carry-on or check bag and stuff like that when you're flying, right? Or even if you're packing up that bag for a weekend getaway and stuff, but you want to have some of your Western wear like it. And it's something you always talked about, like, oh yeah, let me get a hat bag or a boot bag or something like that, right? It's one of those ones where it's like, oh, I don't want to crease my hat or my pants or something like that too. You know, I already put a crease in it. I don't want to crease it again where I got to find a way to iron it or something.
Yeah, like starching jeans can be annoying.
Yes,
or even the hats,
bro.
like,
the hats are like one of those.
If you're not familiar with Western wear, you don't understand, like, these hats are not like what we're wearing right now, right? Which even then, this is like an extremely good quality hat. But there's a mild difference between
for sure
what we're wearing and what's on the wall.
And then, like, something like this on the wall, right? You either gonna, like, for me, what I found out flying or something like that, you're gonna dress for that, right? So I'm gonna have my from boot down, from boot all the way up to hat. I'm gonna have that style ready to go, right? I mean, I'm lucky I pay for TSA pre-check, so it helps out a little bit, and I haven't to take my boots off and all that stuff.
And then it's even easier because, like, we work for Uncle Sam.
Yeah, exactly. So it's you get those little perks and stuff like that too, right? But if I'm driving somewhere, sometimes I don't want to, dress up specifically that way. You know what I mean? To where it's like, okay, yeah, now I got to have this for a 10-hour drive somewhere because I want to drive to Vegas or something like that. You know what I mean? Or I'm trying to drive to San Diego, or, over there to driving to Dallas or Houston or something like that too. So, basically how I travel sometimes and what I've learned, if I don't have to buy it, I won't buy it, right? So for me, specifically, like, kind of in my, I buy a hard shell. I usually travel with a hard shell, like
hat case.
Not hat case because I don't have one.
Okay.
So when I usually carry my hat. My hat is in my hand most of the time, right? Whether I'm wearing, say, athletic wear, hat or whatever like that, a snapback, I usually carry it. And, like, if it's in the truck with me, I put it on the seat. You know what I'm saying? So I do that. And then if not, if I'm in the airport or wherever like that, that's in my hand. Like, I'm not putting that in my check bag or my carry-on like that too. So my boots, kind of same way. You know what I mean? My boots, I'm Tetrising the inside of my carry-on or like I said, a check bag, whether I'm, driving in the truck or, like I said, I'm flying, and I'll purposely, like, okay, look, you know what, to protect the shaft and stuff, make sure it's not folded up and stuff, I'll lay them a certain way, kind of how you will see them come in the boot box and stuff. And then sometimes I'll put stuff in between it, to kind of not let it smash and stuff like that or wrinkle or anything. Then I'll put, like, a layer, like, I'll purposely, sometimes I'll put a towel over, depending on which boots I'm got, know. I'll put a towel over to kind of protect it a little bit more and then keep it from shimmying and moving and stuff. And then, because we go to flying and stuff like that. And I can't tell you how much on your check bag, you like, I did not arrange myself this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know TSA went through it, but, like, whoever was loading and unloading bags, I'm like, bro, like, what was y'all doing? You know what I mean? So I try to do a lot of protection when it comes to that. One thing I found out, me and him was talking not too long ago. I didn't know. I knew they had, like, a hard shell, like a hat case, which I'm going to, I want to get soon enough. But I didn't know they had, like, a carrying case specifically for your boots itself. So how'd you find out about that and stuff like that too?
Me personally, when I'm flying, I absolutely hate wearing boots.
Got you.
Like, getting them on and off, like, through that X-ray metal detector thing.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it just sucks. And then I've previously done the let's arrange it in the suitcase or the carry-on. That didn't work for me.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I'm sure there's a cowboy out there, a Western wear guy,
for sure,
that's found a solution.
Yeah.
So for me, it was actually boot bags. This is a very, like, cheap boot bag that I've now had for a while.
Let's not say cheap. Let's say affordable. There we go.
There you go.
Inexpensive. These use our $10 words.
Yeah, inexpensive, entry level.
Entry level, yeah.
This is just a fabric one. I was recently at the Lucchese store downtown to us.
Oh yeah,
beautiful store. Sad that everything's so expensive. They have an amazing looking leather version of it.
Yeah.
So if you can afford that, like, kudos to you. You're doing well in life. But this is just like a fabric boot bag.
Gotcha.
It's very
it has
simple.
Specific like piping and stuff like that too on the side to kind of keep that keep it shape and rigidity too.
Mm-hmm. So very simple. You put the boot in, then you zip it up.
Showing the backside too, because I don't know if you did, but they're separate.
There's separate entries for each boot.
Yeah.
And then they have like a small little wall with like a padding in between them. So this is how I figured to travel out with boots.
And see, essentially what this bag is doing is what I just told you what I do with my check bag or carry-on, right? Because they had that padding and stuff in the middle. I try to put something in the middle to kind of keep it to where the shaft of the boot is not being just smushed, you know, or rubbing against each other or something like that. Because we've seen stuff like that too on other things where, like, if you're rubbing two leathers together or something like that, it starts showing certain wear and tear in those specific areas. Yeah, it's the shaft, right? But I'm still also protecting like the heel part and all the other stuff where all the leather would touch at if they're sitting side by side,
where they would rub against each other.
Whether it be the inside or the outside of the boot, you know, the side of the boot or anything like that. So the shaft is covered, by your pants leg for most of the part, right? 99% of the part when you're dressing this way. But there's other parts of the boot that get neglected because it's, you don't see it, you know what I mean, as far as but it's still getting its own wear and tear and all that stuff too.
Absolutely.
So
and we're big believers into, like, boots they're just not throwaways. They're an investment. Take care of them and they'll take care of you. They'll last for a while.
From your cheapest pair to the most expensive, man. Like these are investments to last for a while.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Like if it's a traditionally made cowboy boot, it's good construction, Goodyear welt, 100% leather. Like, it's an investment. It'll last you a while. Take care of it.
Yeah.
But that's all we wanted to talk about was we each travel, but we find different ways, different solutions
for, for what we have at the moment, right? We'll probably make more videos, as we travel more and stuff like that too. And as we get little things to help protect what we invested in, right?
Absolutely.
Hats are pricey too, even some of the cheaper ones, unless you go into like a truck stop or something, getting a $20 straw hat or something like that. Hats aren't cheap either. You know what I'm saying?
Decent quality cowboy hat, like you're talking an entry point of, like, for a felt, close to $100.
$100, you know what I mean? And that's nothing to like somebody laugh at or something like that too. Like that's $100. You would want that to last. It's not a $20, $15, $10, hat or nothing like that too. Where it's like, oh, if I lost it, whatever, it's just 10. It's like, well, if I lost it or messed up, that's $100 down the drain.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just like kind of little stuff like that. And like I said, as we travel more and all that other stuff, and we find different ways or different items to help us make traveling easier without us worrying about messing up what we invested in. We're definitely going to share it and stuff like that too. So just look forward to that.
Yeah, hat boxes and boot bags.
Yeah, boot bags. That's what's really right now. So and really just how we travel. You know what I mean? It's,
if you guys have
our stuff.
Recommendation,
let us know.
Maybe you guys know how to, like, travel best with, like, starch jeans.
True. And we're all about
learning
as much as we give knowledge and our pros and cons of certain things. What about that? If y'all feel like sharing things that would be insightful, help us out, by all means, go in the comment section, let us know, reach out to us and anything like that too.
So, you got questions, we're more than down to, like, make a video.
Yep. Especially if we get the same question over and over
again. If not, we just try and add a comment to your comment.
Yep.
Give you an answer.
So that's about all we got for today on that. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate you guys sitting with us. Even it might sound like we're rambling sometimes or whatever like that. But again, everybody, we do appreciate your time and just hanging out with us today. Yeah. So in this cool 97-degree weather, you know what I'm saying?
Dude.
It's nice and cool today.
And we're not to the hundreds yet, so like
not
God
yet.
bless us.
We broke those days, you know what I mean? So
we're in a cool way.
Yeah, it's a cool day right now.
A cold front.
Yeah. So on the porch, so you know, cool. But we appreciate you guys. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and